Here we go. World premiere videos every 15 minutes, breaking news, exclusive demos, and many other phrases that basically mean video game commercials.
No, I mean, I think all the same stuff you said.
Name one game that you're going to play, other than all of them, and you like them all.
No, they all.
Have you ever not liked the game? Have you ever gone on record of saying, I don't like this game?
Yes, there have been some games that have not been very good.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for...
We go way back, 3 hours ago.
Yes,
so,
well, it's great to have... we appreciate you coming by.
You are one of Toronto's finest.
Oh, thank you, Joel.
And you definitely have taken way less drugs than your mayor.
Yes, Rob Ford, not our best example of Toronto. All right, well, but before we go,
guy.
Joel, we're chit-chatting here, but we have more exclusive stuff.
Yes, from your favorite game, because you don't like anything else.
It's an amazing game, very amazing.
You can buy a baseball bat.
And some guns. I think it's really good for the youth.
You ever just jump on cars and just...
Especially with Trevor. Oh, the cross-dressing just gets to me.
You can punch a man.
You can shoot the wall.
You can buy cheese. My suit has shoulder pads.
You can shoot the wall. I love driving the cars. Yes, this is amazing. 30 seconds left. Well,
potatoes! I like potatoes! Potatoes!
Oh, wrap it up. Shh. All right. Now you voted for it, and due to our... Oh, never mind. Back to you, Joel. Yeah!
Potatoes!
Holy crap.
Also kill hookers.
This is the greatest day in internet history.
All right, well, just a reminder.
Thank you, Al Gore.
Okay, the VGX Awards. Oh my God, it was a complete disaster. It was like a train wreck. It was watching a slow motion train wreck, and it was very fascinating to watch. It was as if Jeff Cayley had no idea who Joel McHale was, right? McHale. And he never saw the Ubisoft press conference in, what was it, 2010 or 11?
At all times, and I am talking right now. I hope that's cool. If I'm talking, and now people are screaming. Awesome. Oh, wow. It's attractive people fighting each other with, come on, hurry up.
And he essentially brought him on there so this guy could rip into him and treat him with such disrespect and dismissiveness and douchebaggery. I don't know why he did it to himself.
Just unseated Titanfall. Now, you do not like Titanfall. Just say it.
Until the Titanfall World Premieres happen. I'm very flexible. Because
if you tell me which game you love the most, I will buy you 4 more layers.
I need it. Winter is coming, as we saw from Game of Thrones.
I need another 4 layers.
All right.
It's LA outside, right? It's 70 degrees. Okay, our next...
Back to the show.
Joel and Jeff's chemistry was not good. There were times at the show that not even Jeff's layers of clothing could cover up the fact that he was so frustrated. In fact, I thought at a few points that Jeff would like fist fight Joel and just get so tired and start fighting, and then we'd really have something interesting to watch and just watch these two like wrestle on stage and knock shit over from all the insults and stuff. That would have been interesting. And it would have been the best show on earth that the VJs have ever put on. But obviously, in my opinion, Joel's great, but he was out of his element here. Or he was just doing his thing, and you should have expected that. Joel mostly annoying through the whole thing, or disinterested rather. There was no passion. There seemed to be no excitement. The sarcastic jokes just didn't feel appropriate for a 3-hour show. I wanted it to stop towards the end, and that's not good. I shouldn't be wanting to go, oh my God, please stop this, you know. But you had to expect that he was going to make the show purposefully awkward. He was going to be a douchebag, and he was going to do these jokes to where he basically gives everyone shit, including the show he's on.
Remedy is working on another new project. I suppose I should look into this camera. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you had to expect that. And I just don't know why they chose him when there was no excitement level coming from him at all. It was as if they wanted to fuck things up. That's the only way that I can think that this actually went down in this method. They didn't do their research and they got fucked up, or they did do the research and they wanted to fuck themselves up. I mean, just look at this.
Before it's over, we teamed up with Rockstar Games to bring you something very cool. Grand Theft Auto, we just kind of talked about that. I don't know, I'll just keep reading.
I'm sorry, I kind of stole it.
Not at all. No, it's fine. You said it in Canadian, I'll say it in American. And Grand Theft Auto 5 won Soundtrack of the Year, and now the game's signature. Oh, we really just said this.
I know, I totally stole.
Not at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think people are. Do you want to hear it again? One of a kind, one time only musical performance. Here's Loiter Squad to get things started. Guys,
outside.
Do it.
Then you got the Loiter Squad, who had so much time in between to prepare their segments outside, did absolutely no preparation. In fact, they purposefully were trying to fuck it up. They purposefully were trying to seem like they didn't give a shit about anything. I have shoulder pads. One guy is humping the air, the other guy's screaming potatoes, and one guy's like, shut up. What?
Our GTA 5 live performance is coming up, but right now, we're checking in with Waves.
Yeah, we're checking in.
Now, you guys are on the Grand Theft Auto 5 soundtrack. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
About yourself. Oh, hi.
It's as if Spike TV or Game Trailers, whoever, decided that they were like, all those train wrecks press conferences at E3 and these individual conferences, we want that. Like, we want 3 hours of that. We want to take that and stretch it out for 3 hours. How can we best do that? And they fucking nailed it. They literally nailed it. Good job, guys. You fucked it up. If that was your intent, 10 out of 10.
We haven't even introduced your friend yet, so.
Oh, I thought you guys were going to introduce him.
I thought so too.
Vance is here from.
I'm sorry, we can't introduce him. Sorry, it's not in the prompter.
They rarely get to be seen on camera, but it's great to have you with us. I know you guys are working hard on the game coming out in February. So tell us a bit about this.
Sorry.
A barrel fell.
But if it wasn't your intent, what the are you doing? I mean, what is this?
My suit has shoulder pads.
You can shoot the wall. I love driving the cars.
And, I wanted to start this thing by saying, hey, Jeff, we've had our differences in the past, and I want to help you make a better show, because I think this show can be better than it's ever been on television, because despite the show being this spectacular train wreck and just shit on flyer, there were very real and honestly good segments in the show. Like the Donkey Kong competition was amazing. It showed this true and genuine side of gamers, where you've got a doctor, for Christ's sake, a plastic surgeon who makes hundreds of thousands of dollars and is a very successful person, but yet is a gamer at heart and loves competition and wants to be on the leaderboards and wants to be the best at Kong. And then you've got this other guy, this dude bro, who lifts weights and he talks a lot of shit, but he's not all that great. But he gets in your head and he tries to bring you down, and he wants to be the best. And that's gaming. There are those kinds of gamers, and it was interesting, and it was an inspiring story. And even though these guys didn't like each other, or they were competing with each other, you could tell that they were friends and they were a part of the gaming community. So that segment was amazing, and we need more of that. And I also liked how the show was pretty much free of commercialism. I mean, there were ads, and I mean, come on, guys. You do have to pay the bills in some way, but there weren't no like sponsored by Mountain Dew Doritos, mega indie game award of the year fueled by Code Red. There wasn't a category like that. There were far fewer commercials because it was online and it was streaming, and because they didn't have to pay this huge budget. It obviously was toned down, tapered down, cost a lot less. Those aspects of the show really worked. And I think that we could save this show, guys. And Jeff Keighley has a really big and amazing opportunity to make the next Video Game Awards much, much better, and finally what he wants it to be, instead of basically a big commercial with some real awkward jokes. And I'm just tired of like the gamer, our basement dweller jokes, and clearly they're not like that anymore, and I'm getting real sick and tired of it. This is 2013. Now, if self-deprecating jokes are fine, but 3 hours of sarcasm and insults towards gamers, and even just being disinterested sounding or looking or not taking the whole thing serious is in a way an insult to the industry. It's in a way an insult to gamers. And I just would rather than pick a host instead of Joel. I love Joel, but I just don't think this is his strength. I think you should pick hosts like, Jack Black, who is excited about games. He injects life into it. Or somebody who's passionate about gaming. You could pick, Will Wheaton would be great for this. You could pick Felicia Day and combine her with Nathan Fillion and co-host it. And you would have that genuine feeling, and everybody loves those two. You would have people that love who is presenting, who is being the host. And then you can have Jeff, and if Jeff Keighley wants to be a part of it, then let's put Jeff Keighley where he's the strong point, where he can reveal the world premieres, or he could do the developer interviews. And I think that, he has an opportunity to make the show great. So I want to share with you a list of how to make this show better and what we want to see next year, because this was terrible. It was awful. It was painful to watch. But you can see that now, more than ever, there is a huge opportunity to make this the award show that it can finally be. Free from television contracts and corporate bullshit. Free from way too many ads. I like this more close up, in your face sort of, well, it's not in your face. It's actually more close in, relaxed, talking with developers and stuff. There is a great opportunity here to make this the show that we want. So let me share some ideas with you, Jeff. So first off, Joel and the Loiter Squad, they've got to go. I mean, I really enjoyed Joel shitting all over your show, tearing it apart. And I say that with love because I think that was your intent. Either that was your intent for us to enjoy and laugh at you, or you did zero research and you got exactly what you deserved. So those two, I think, have to go in order to make this show a little bit more open and interesting and engaging in a serious way, but also a fun and exciting way for the rest of us. So those two have to go. And you see, the less time you have for stupid jokes, the more time you have for game demos or additional game-related segments like that Kong documentary.
The object of our desire is a VGX trophy, and we want it for the action-adventure category, and best facial hair if such a class exists. All those in favor of storming VGX and filching that award, shout aye!
We've already won it.
We won it? When was this?
A couple of seconds ago. Ain't that why we're all here?
Jesus, lads, you might have said so earlier.
And is it me, or does it seem like there was a serious lack of time for the actual awards? They were going by so fast. Some of them were barely mentioned. It seemed to be more about pushing upcoming releases than it was about giving the awards. So we need to fix that. And there was an odd and empty feeling to the show that led to these very awkward moments. They were already awkward, but they were made even more awkward by just this eerie silence after everything. There was no one there to laugh at jokes. Coming in from a film segment back to the live segment without much laughing or excitement about what was just displayed was really a hard transition.
And the winner is Naughty Dog. Yeah. And to accept, we take you to a hallway in Naughty Dog's Santa Monica oh, wow, I can't even say Santa Monica headquarters. Take it.
So to help with this, bring in a smaller audience made up of gamers, or hell, even a filler audience who will clap on command or laugh on command would have been better than nothing, than like having like one or two of your crew laugh and slow clap. The award categories, let's improve these. The Oscars have best cinematography. Why don't we add, gamers should have something similar like best use of game mechanics or interesting use of game mechanics. And Grand Theft Auto shouldn't be listed in the best Xbox 360 or best PS3 game awards both at the same time. Save that for Game of the Year, where these multi-platform titles can be Game of the Year. Instead, separate them. Say, Best Console Exclusive for Xbox 360 or Best Console Exclusive for PS3, so that you can have the console exclusive games battle it out without having all these other AAA titles that are on multi-platform getting in there and messing things up. And for that matter, we need more categories like Best Horror Game, Best Free-to-Play Game, Best MMO. All of these would be nice. In addition to some fun and wacky categories. We're gamers here. We like to laugh. We like to have fun. So, this is more opportunity for sarcasm and stuff like, I'm sorry, I'm a little sick, but stuff like Best Gaming Memes. And things like that to help make the show more fun. We should feel like by the end of it, we just got done with the craziest party that celebrated games, that made us laugh, and not something that makes our jaw drop in disbelief of what we're watching and what we're witnessing, And how do you do that? Well, instead of the Loiter Squad, instead of these rap groups up on stage, which, may have been appropriate because you gave out the award for Best Soundtrack to Grand Theft Auto 5, but I would have gone with a more lighthearted feel to it, a more party feel, instead of inviting, say, this guy.
Disgusting. Bring across your face, I leave you permanently blushing. Blood. Nosebleed drugs. I cook you in the oven. Yeah.
Rape a pregnant bitch and tell my friends I had a threesome. You got a fucking death wish, I'm a genie, it'll get done. Nice to meet you, but it's more pleasant to eat you.
You invite these guys. And so it's this mentality of mixing the seriousness with the fun and the laid backness that I think works best. So here's your new format. And finally, the other thing they did well is the VGAs have always been great with their trailers and their reveals, and I thought this continued here. Yes, they didn't really have very impactful reveals and stuff, and hopefully they're gonna have to work on that in the future, but I'm excited about Titanfall, Witcher 3, Destiny, Division, and of course the surprise announcement, No Man's Sky, which blew everybody away. That is the strength of the show, showing off these games that may be getting little to no press, or revealing, doing these world premieres and getting people excited about these other games coming out. But let us not forget that it is an award show. It's just not a commercial for upcoming games only. And I think that this year they focused a little bit more on the commercial side of upcoming games rather than the award side of actually handing out the awards, respecting the people who made the games that came before, and telling us a little bit about that process and how these games came to be, so we can bring it more towards the middle there.
And I was online seeing the reaction to No Man's Sky, which is so awesome to see. That's what this show should be about, is showing you games that surprise you from places you wouldn't expect, and awesome to see Sean and Hello Games get the kind of reaction. So that's really awesome to see.
So that's the pros and the cons, and here's what I'd like to see more of. Playing into the relaxed feel, want more of that. Finally, instead of these 30-second or less reveals like Witcher 3, I was so excited to see new stuff on Witcher 3, and they did show new stuff, but it went like that. Literally, if you blinked your eyes, you would have missed it. So let's see longer trailers or better exclusive playthroughs like what they did for Dying Light. And it got me more interested in Dying Light. Why? Well, because we got to see a significant portion of it, and they actually showed something substantial. So find the companies that are willing to do more of the hands-on game demos, talk more about the games actually being played.
Have people like that.
I think we're just going to stick with this demo for the rest of the day.
Just keep going through, fighting zombies?
I would stay.
Now, the cool thing is...
And that's all for the upcoming stuff side. Like I said before, we need to add on much more to the award side of things. Better categories, more in-depth interviews and stuff like that on the actual games, winners, and processes of how those games were made. So, you know, Jeff, you ultimately have the power to change this show for the better, and I hope that you watch this video and read various threads. I'm going to email you some of these thoughts in a much more a condensed manner. I'm a little bit sick, and I'll look at other websites too, like Reddit and Neo, the forums, and and get it all together for you, because I think that you have an opportunity to really make a great show next year. But if you wanna, if you wanted to do just like you did this year for the VGX, invite Joel back and tell him to run wild again, and I think it will still be entertaining, but it won't be what the rest of us are looking for. But we'll probably still watch it for the train wreck factor. All right, guys. Leave your constructive criticism in the comments here, and I'll read through some of them and maybe include it in the email I send over to Jeff. Who, you know, obviously takes feedback, wants to make a show better. I mean, I met him at E3, and we talked a little bit about my 30-minute rant on his previous VGAs, and, you know, and worked out our differences, essentially. He gave me his email. He's like, you know, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from your fans and your viewers to try to make this thing better. So let's do that, because he does want to improve it. So I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.